an insanely China-biased panel try and get that matchup that they want again.
They really want the CK to be fat, though, which I think is the right call.
Mid one. That's troublesome. In behind the tower, Freeze diving in deep. The flame gun's enough of a burn to get the kill. Freeze will end up going down. Pilot Eye was in the neighborhood, so able to just leech a little bit. Has the farm he wants on that Omni Knight.
Well, that's the thing about Wisp, too. You can split push very, very effectively, and I think they are going to need to do that because
more trouble on mid lane for mid one.
No.
All that MML doesn't count for much when Freeze just able to searing chains you and lock you in. Now that's going to be his bottle sub 4 minutes. His CS hasn't been terrific, like it's 22-11 against the 13-1, so Freeze has not been coming out on top as far as that CS goes in the mid. But with the kills going his way, he sits higher up on the net worth.
And Pilot Eye hasn't actually been able to move too much. Didn't start off with the Iron Talon like we do see him so commonly because they wanted to pressure the lanes a little bit, but as a side result, Bounty Hunter not doing anything in Pilot and not being in the mid lane. SF's just been all alone. And we expected this matchup to be not that great for Freeze, but first blood, not as much CS, but second kill too.
Is there a way to stem the bleeding? Like, do you switch the lanes up and put more like the IOCK in mid and let the SF go to bottom lane?
I think you just stack for him.
That's
Wisp
it.
is really
You just play the catch-up game with him?
That's generally what you do with SF. You just stack, get him few camps with level 3 or level 4 rays, and then just group up with them.
Freeze, careful. Oh, wow, really careful, mid one!
Okay, so level 3 beam wasn't going to be enough.
MP bottom lane, Frostbite's there. It was an Omni Knight, just invis jumping through the rear, takes the damage from the Purification, and it will be enough with the degen aura for him to die. Can't make it to the stack to deny himself. At the same time, Puppey ends up getting picked off next to the bounty rune. They don't have enough for the kill, but is setting up for the rotation. FY and Freeze, they're already down the bottom lane. They'll see Puppey moving over towards the left, but they're focusing on the big one. They're focusing on MP, so the Magic Missile stun, 2-Spirit committal. Chaos Knight will drop on Pilot Eye, quickly TPs himself away to safety.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen too many people hold that skill point.
Okay, so that burst damage. There goes the ulti. But they just waited out. Pilot Eye jumps in. Now the Eclipse aggressive. Explodes the IO. KheZu still dying in the tree lines. If he can just stay in range. RTK, the damage isn't enough from mid one. He got stunned up by the Lucifer Beam and couldn't finish the job. KheZu on 55 HP. Moves down to the tree lines and RTK gets caught out. Mid one will find the kill. Mid one's going to take out that top tower, top net worth by far, but the relocate Pilot Eyes come in with MP. They want RTK, but while the repel's up, they can't do much. It'll come down. Purification, Fenrir gets the slow and aggressive. He wants something, but Pilot Eye in 2 seconds' time will take MP back to safety. So it's KheZu as well as mid one on the run, but look who's coming up again. Fenrir, FY as well as Freeze. In through the south, Spirit jump forward. He'll be out of searing chains over on both. Nope, mid one, Frostbitten up. Still got the ulti off and Freeze taking too much damage. They need to kill up mid one with a sleight of fist. He'll actually die to the end ultimate, giving mid one a double kill, but KheZu stands his ground.
Wow, so anyone that's just off alone is just going to get relocated on
like this. Top lane, FY. The 3-second stun is overkill. FY will die.
And they're lucky that there's not a bounty hunter there, or they would have just given up like 200 more gold at that point. So now they realize, okay, we need to
instead, Puppey is actually sniping couriers if he can almost get enough damage in.
Purification first, when people get low, then you throw out your repel GA combo, and then your second round of purification.
Do you want this aggressive? He's brought the tower within deny range now, so he does take it. KheZu gonna rotate in, but here comes the Eclipse with the relocate. It's difficult to get away. The Guardian Angel's taking up so much of this damage, so they will survive to kill off Pilot Eye. RTK, not enough life to actually give back to aggressive, or is it? It will be enough with the Frostbite creating space. There's a 4-second stun on the Crystal Maiden, and she's dying to Phantasm. Fenrir can stick up quickly. Nova, he's got a Frostbite available too, and they'll trigger the Shrine. So Fenrir will survive.
Get away with it, especially with his BKB. One offensive item, one defensive. Really good versus the Ember Spirit.
Bottom lane, goodbye Vengeful Spirit. Easy and successful smoke. Meanwhile, Freeze is being pushed out of the top lane. Just wanted to farm it up a little bit. Man, KheZu does so much damage with that Abaddon. Freeze is forced to TP himself away to safety. RTK is in the neighborhood.
One thing I will say about KheZu, he really does play for the team.
Relocate, the coming up after Fenrir is just not a fun day to be a VGJ support. Full protection for him now. Perfect observed ward, watching aggressive farming up top lane. However, that silence being released over on Freeze. RTK will break him free. Mid one, they're focusing on the Io. They need him to go down in order then to kill off that BKB up Shadow Fiend. They're able to achieve it, but they lose the Luna in return.
Frankly, like, he didn't see any heroes in sight, but he knows that he just needs to not die in that fight is pretty much what needs to happen for him right there.
Oh, Puppey. He's got a Yule Scepter, cancels the TP out, the Orchid's down, and there's no Spirit to jump out to. Mid one with a raise. Ends up killing off Freeze. All Freeze wanted to do was add a little bit of pressure to the top lane.
No damage, no Maelstrom, no Battle Fury, and his magic team is...
Oh, the relocate. There goes your Crystal Maiden. Fenrir in trouble again, Puppey being the man to set up for it. KheZu being in the neighborhood. And FY and Aggressive can't really do much to stop this. There's sentry warding everywhere on the southern part of the map, but it won't matter when Team Secret break your base. They're going into the high ground. There's your swap back out again, trying to save the Omni Knight. He gets silenced up, and thanks to this, maybe now there's some rebuttal. MP just being aphotic shielded up. They can't even stun and control.
Only like a minute and a half left on this Aegis. Actually, it's less than a minute.
In towards the mid. Fenrir, more trouble for him.
Yeah, but SF has BKB, so you can't really go on him. And KheZu also has BKB.
Just timed out the jump forward, aggressive, able to get that BKB off with the 2-second stun on the RTK. There's that swap again from FY, pulling back the Omni Knight. They have to trigger up the Shrine, but the Force is in there from Team Secret, looking to push into the melee racks. RTK just goes in, 3-second stun on him, aggressive. The damage output is not too bad, but then again, it's just not enough. Team Secret is so far ahead in this game, they just don't have the power. A quick push in, it's actually mid one going for it with his Hurricane Pike, trying to kill off FY. One more attack will do the job. More bounty rolling his way, and with the relocate out, they don't even get the kill on that front. It's RTK stunned up, an ultra kill for mid one. He just reset, repushed, and rampaging through everything VGJ offers. Will it be a double? No, it won't. MP will take it on a B-stick of life, and they're going for the GG push, and rightly so. VGJ have nothing left in the tank to defend that.
High MMR wins game. Mid one. Jeez. Came right back, killed him. But I mean, he didn't have an easy time. He didn't have a West babysitting him. He didn't have that many stacks.